You walk out of that church and them kids are lined up. That's hard.
Local first responders finding it difficult to cope.
As Springfield lays to rest a native son who was one of Chicago's bravest. The Chicago firefighter with Springfield ties, who was killed in a horrific motorcycle crash last week, was laid to rest today. ABC News Channel 20's Kimberly Howard was at the ceremony. Kimberly, a very difficult day for several departments.
Liz, it really was, and that was obvious to anyone at the funeral today. Sean Sloe most recently worked as a firefighter and paramedic in Chicago, but he started his journey as a volunteer right here in our area. That's also where his journey ended, with hundreds of people both in and out of uniform there to see him off.
Well, firefighting is rich in tradition and history. Whenever one of the fallen go down, the family of firefighters is always going to try and be there.
And here they are, hundreds of them from departments across the state, including the place firefighter Sean Sloe started his journey.
Great guy, great paramedic. He's one of those guys that you could always count on. You know, if you needed something, you could pick up the phone and he was always going to be there. Until
a tragedy in Springfield made that impossible. Scores of people now line the streets to say goodbye to a man they call a hero.
Show my respects. Pay my respects to the family, the Chicago Fire Department, and other firefighters throughout the country.
A Chicago fire truck leads the way, draped in purple, a symbol of mourning, as the procession romps through Sloe's final resting place.
It's just like for a fallen soldier, the country honors a fallen soldier. The community should honor a fallen firefighter, police officer, or EMS person.
The faint sound of a bell echoes through the trees.
In the early days, the bell was rang when there was a fire, and the bell was rang when the call was over and the firefighters returned home.
And that, these firefighters say, is exactly what's happened. The ultimate call completed. Their hero now home. Sloe was 37 years old. He served with the Chicago Fire Department for more than 8. His brother is continuing that service right here in Springfield. Liz.
Tough story. Thanks, Kimberly. We're told firefighters from other Chicago fire stations volunteered to cover shifts today so that all 40 of the men and women who worked directly with Sloe could be at today's ceremony.